Hey guys, Lisa here, growkidsminds.com, and today I wanted to talk about resilience and how to teach your children to pivot the way they think when they run into a challenge. So we're going on from, it's been all around language the last few weeks, and this is still on par with language. I talk a lot about the power of yet. You can see that pretty much everywhere when you look at growth mindset strategies. So what I wanted to look at today was how do we teach them to reframe things when they allow their power to be taken away. And you know, we've got superheroes in here for a reason. We want the kids to be able to feel empowered and in control of choices and decisions that they make, but we also want to give them that power through their language, because if we're helping their language, because we've talked about before, if they're already thinking something, they're already thinking it before they're saying it. So it can work the opposite way around. If we get them to start changing the language they're using, starts changing the thought patterns. So those kids that have low self-esteem, feel bullied, blame other kids, have a lacking confidence, those sorts of things, a lot of that's their self-talk inside in their head. And you'll start to hear parts of that come out through the words that they're saying. So if we can start to change the words, it'll start to change the way they're thinking as well, and that will give them more power. It'll empower them to be able to have more confidence, feel worthy, all those sorts of things. So right into it. So the main thing that I want to talk about today is can't. Can't is banned in my classrooms. It's banned in my house. There is no such word as can't. I've spoken about it before, where my mother used to say there's no such word as can't. And I would always think, oh, it must be because it's a contraction. It's cannot, not can't. And it took me a long time to understand that what she means is not that there's not an actual word, can't, because kids are very literal, but that in fact what she means is that there's always a way. There's always a way. And I say it to the kids now. I will always teach, and I will always tell my own children, there is no word can't. You can always find a way. And of course, you're going to get your little smarty pantsers. They're going to say, but we can't fly, miss. We don't have wings. And then I can say, well, you know, we do have flight. We have airplanes. So we might not have the perfect solution. We can't be a bird and grow wings and fly at will. But we are able to find another solution that can give us the same effect, if not better. You know, I mean, at least when I get in an airplane and I fly, I can get to the other side of the world in 24 hours, and I'm not cold, wet, rained on, had wind, been blown past by an airplane, any of those sorts of things. So there's always, it might not be the perfect exact solution, but there's always another solution. So the thing that I wanted to look at today was, you know, taking power away and talking about things like, I can't do blah, and we've talked about before, it becomes I can't do that yet. So I can't do algebra becomes I can't do algebra yet, or I can't do this equation yet. Adding that yet onto the end brings the power back, because that means they can do it. They just haven't worked out how to yet. So then the next step is, okay, well, what do we try to get there? Another example might be I can't stand eating bananas, or I don't like bananas. Okay, don't like is another one. I don't like bananas. I don't like bananas. I hear, you know, maybe not bananas. I don't like fruit, or something like that. So, okay, well, how do we flip that around? Well, you might not like fruit yet. You know, sometimes your palate changes as you get older, so you can use yet. Or I really like, what's something else that's in bananas you do like? I really like banana milkshakes. I really like banana bread. So, okay, well, I do like bananas. So it's not that I just maybe don't like eating a whole banana, but I do like banana product. So starting to get them to think about, well, hang on, is that statement true? And are there other things that I can say that fit in with that are changing the concept? So the main thing we'll do is we'll change it with a yet statement, and we can change it with, we talked about last week and the week before, will, have, am, can. And that could be, you know, I'm no good at algebra, I don't like it, or I can't do it. And then it might be, I can't do it yet, but it might also be, I will try to learn algebra. I will learn algebra. I can learn algebra. I have the ability to learn algebra. So they're changing that from I can't and don't to, well, I can, just it's not yet, but I can and I will and I have and I am, and all those sorts of statements. So that's really it from me. I wanted to link that back into resilience. I think a lot of kids, I know within the community, a lot of parents and teachers worry about kids giving up really easily and not having that ability to kind of fight through and show some resilience. And if we're changing that language, it's going to help to change the actions that they're taking. So if we're changing that from I can't do algebra to I will be able to do algebra and I am learning algebra, then it's changing their actions, because then they're going to figure out how to do it. And that's what builds resilience. The thing that builds resilience is the action that we take each step of the way, even when it's hard, even when we think we can't do it, it's still doing it anyway. And the first step in that is changing the words that they're using. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you've had a great week. If you want our resource list, it's at growkidsminds.com/resources. It's a free list of 65 resources to help with growth mindset in your house or classroom. And that's it for me. You can find us at growkidsminds.com, and we'll see you next week.